The name of this film is called Luckiest Girl Alive. So would you consider yourself the luckiest girl alive?
Oh, knock on wood. There is some fun superstition. Yes, yes. Yeah, I do. I'm super fortunate. I mean, there is that, luck it's a fine line between hard work and luck. I am very lucky. I'm so fortunate. I have an incredible family. I love my parents. I have a great relationship with my parents, a great relationship with my brother. I have an amazing partner. I have 2 little, munchkins. Like, I am very lucky.
Love my work, hate babies. I'm this close to the life no one thought I deserved.
I feel like we're at a point in life, in 2022, so many people are searching and trying to figure out what it means to be the luckiest girl alive. How would you define it?
It's all about how you define the word lucky. And I think that to everybody, that's a very different definition. So for me, given how I grew up, the fact that I own a house and a car, that surpassed anything and everything. So that was it for me. Then you get older, then you realize you can't buy time and you can't buy health. So the second you have time and the second you got health, you're like, wow, I'm so lucky. Like, I'm healthy, my family's healthy. How lucky am I? I have time to be with my family. How lucky am I? So I think that that's it depends on what your definition of lucky is.
I'm working on a documentary about the incident at your high school. There are still so many questions that you've never answered.
What is it about these thrillers and this heavy material that attracts you to these heavy themes?
Maybe it's because it's not always what it seems, and there's a part of me that likes playing the duality of these characters, because so much of it is perception versus reality, and I always think that that's really fun. It's not all what it's cut out to be on the surface, and I think that that's probably what draws me to it the most. Also, there's always like a wink to these characters that I always like it's not so cut and dry.
Imagine what it's gonna be like when they find out about what happened.
How could you not tell me about this?
Has having a secret ever held you back from believing that you deserved the perfect life? Because I find that Ani feels that way throughout the movie.
I don't know if it was a secret, but I do think that there's a part of me that looked at my previous mistakes, however small or large that they were, as a form of like, well, karma's gonna come get me. And it's one of those where I'm never gonna be able to, fill in the blank. My husband's like, well, you're given a lot of power to set karma. And I was like, but that's just, I mean, my superstition, and it wasn't until he was like, karma doesn't have that much control over you. And I was like, okay, but I feel like it does. So yes, it did. It didn't stop me from trying, but it definitely probably prevented me from taking ownership of it.
What is the one thing that you vowed that you would never do or never showcase in any of your relationships that you've ever had that you ended up doing, and now you do it shamelessly?
This is E. All jokes aside, honestly, our doors are always open in our house. We have no closed doors in our house. That includes the bathroom. It's just one of those where, for better or for worse, as a family and the kids have all kind of embodied bodily function as a very standard norm. And I never thought that I would be the person that was able to go to the bathroom with the door open, because it doesn't matter if I closed it. It never made a difference. It was every 2 seconds. So I was like, oh, forget it, just keep the door damn open.
Sometimes I feel like a wind-up doll. Turn my key, and I will tell you exactly what you want to hear.